Lads, the Betway charity bets. It's time for that. Tom, I don't know what to say, mate. I just don't know what to say. So close, so close again. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but is yours a 16-1 shot? Your bet against Wolves?
Yeah,
16-1. You have been flagging behind a little bit on the old leaderboard this season so far, trying to raise money for Isla's fight, thanks to the £50 charity bet stake that we get from Betway each week to put on a 3-bet West Ham bet selection of our choice. Tom, last week went 4. Both teams to score, tick. Jesse Lingard to score first, tick. More than 8.5 corners, cross. I think there were 6 corners in the game, Tom, am I right?
6 this weekend, 6 on Monday, and there was 8 on the Arsenal game. So they would have been 2 back-to-back winners, both lost on corners.
That's the only thing you've lost on.
Yeah, that's the only, and that's the I look back, I think that's the 3rd or 4th time I've lost on corners this season. So bit of a nightmare, but I feel like the tide is turning. I think one of these will come in. It's surely got to at the minute. It was a frustrating one, but at least Isla and all of us could at least enjoy a win this time, and we won't peg back for a 3-3. So thank God for that.
That is true, mate. No, I was absolutely gutted though. When Lingard scored first and then they scored, I was like, happy days. I was like, easily, surely the corners have got to come in this week.
Yeah.
And it was only after the end of the game, and I was nervous about the result anyway. I checked and I couldn't believe it. Just by 3 corners more you needed. But look, unlucky, mate. It's a good shout on the Lingard first score and the both teams to score. James, you were a little bit further away. You were doing all right though. You went Jesse Lingard to score any time, under 2.5 goals, and West Ham to win 2-0. So you were thinking it was going to be a bit more convincing. Obviously wasn't to be in the end. I'm a bit annoyed about this because I know you touched it on the podcast last week in my absence, but my bet prior to interference from James Jones and Chaddy Omans from Betway last week was West Ham to win, no penalty to be awarded, and a goal in each half. Okay, it might only have been 3-1, but I'd have won another £150 for the Bobby Moore Fund, which would have been doubled by Betway. So it'd have been an extra 300 quid in the bin for the Bobby Moore Fund. But no, I got abuse from both of you in the WhatsApp chat leading up to it. Change it, go big or go home. That's what you said. And look, I went, change it to penalty to be awarded. That was obviously never going to happen. So, but the losing bet lost. So really, James, you should be donating £300 of your own money to the Bobby Moore Fund, if you ask me.
I'm not having that. Don't pull me into this. You try playing it safe. And Chad pretty much said, no, you can't do that because the odds are just too rubbish.
He said that's going to be a really low price.
And so then you chimed in with, I popped in and went, well, come on, mate, grab a pair, let's crack on with it.
You said, do another one, go big or go home.
Yeah, I mean,
so I did another one off the back of that, and that's denied the Bobby Moore Fund £300 of hard.
You're your own man. You're your own man. You could have gone, no, I'll stick to my guns. Chad, just price it up, mate. I know what I'm doing, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, shouldn't have been a sheep. A very good life lesson there. But look, so very close to winning some money for our charities. Just to recap, I'm playing for the Bobby Moore Fund. James Jones is playing for the DT38 Dylan Tombides Foundation. Tom Edwards for Isla's fight. But with the money that Betway have agreed to double our winnings at the end of the season, we have raised over $6,000 for all 3 of those charities so far, which is brilliant stuff. Looking ahead then, lads, to that game that we will talk about with Jake Watson from TalkSport in the next section is Leicester City at home Sunday afternoon, 2:05 kickoff at the London Stadium. Huge game, huge clash in the Champions League. I've gone both teams score, Craig Dawson to score any time, and Leicester to score last. I just fancy Dawson again. I think it will be a cagey affair at the London Stadium, and I think any goals that West Ham score particularly are likely to come from set pieces. So Dawson was looking pretty red hot in front of goal recently, wasn't he? So I fancy Big Craig to notch. I wasn't willing to pin my flag to the mast on a result because I think that could easily go either way. So Tom, what have you gone for Sunday against Leicester?
I've pushed the boat out a bit and try to get a big win at the end of the season. Both teams to score, West Ham to win, and Noble to score anytime. Jonesy reminded me it'll be a 400th Premier League appearance on a weekend. It just smells of Noble stepping up to do something iconic and send us the heady heights of fourth solidly.
Yeah, breathing down the neck of Leicester in third. That's the other thing that no one's talking about. Everyone's going, "Oh, can we finish fourth? Can we finish third?" James, what have you gone for?
I've mixed up a little bit. I was very tempted to, because I think it was the Leicester game earlier this season where Leicester had that last-minute goal ruled out, and it stopped me and Tom winning our bets. So Betway sort of Chad very kindly said that he'd still pay 60 quid to each one. So I thought, do you know what? I might just repeat that bet that we had in the Leicester game. I think that was West Ham to win, both teams to score, and Jarrett Bowen to score any time. But I haven't done that. Instead, I've gone both teams to score, Jarrett Bowen to score any time, and Jesse Lingard to have 3 or more shots on target. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit.
That's not a bad one. I saw, a few friends of mine won some money the other night on a similar bet. Just Jesse Lingard to have 2+ shots on target. It was 5-1, I think, and they had a few quid on that, and that came in very, very quickly indeed. So I like the sound of that, Jonesy. And fingers crossed. It's been a bit of a barren spell for a few weeks, hasn't it? Even though you and Chad talked me out of winning money last week, I'll be on to Chad, I think, later on tonight. The more I think about it, I think the pair of you should go halves and donate half of that money each to the charity fund. Absolutely disgraceful stuff. But like you say, Jonesy, I've learned to grow a bit of backbone myself and stop being a sheep. And any more persuasion by either of you will be swiftly ignored